Hey guys, this is Evan from Stock Music Musician, and today I want to show you the first in a series of my 5 best-selling songs for music licensing on Pond5. I'll probably do this over the course of a month or so, something like that. So stay tuned. Every week or two I'll be putting out another one of these videos where I break down why I think this song is one of the best sellers, and hopefully you can learn something from this and apply it to your own attempts to license your music. Speaking of which, I do have a full 5-day free course on how to license your music. Just go to stockmusicmusician.com. There'll be a link down below. Go there, check out the free course. It'll walk you through everything you need to know to get started. But today this is a little more in-depth. This is talking about a specific song, why I think it's the best seller, etc. Another thing I want to add to that is all of these songs that you'll see over the next few weeks that are my best sellers also happen to be some of my oldest songs, the songs that I uploaded 3 or 4 years ago. So the fact that they're best sellers doesn't necessarily mean they're the best songs. It just means they've been around the longest. But these are the ones that have made me the most money, hundreds of dollars each, every one of these. And another thing I want to mention before we actually start listening to the song and break it down is that when I say song, often I'm writing a full-length song, but then I'm making a version of it that's shorter. And so these are actually the 5 best-selling files that I have. Some are complete songs, some are more thoughts. Now we're going to play this first one. What we're going to do is we'll listen to it, then I'll talk you through the points and mention what I think is good about it, what I think is bad about it now, having another 3 years of experience. So you've probably heard this song before. It used to be the theme song for my channel. I decided my channel didn't need a theme song, but let's listen. Okay, so obviously I think that song does a really good job of conveying that hard rock, Black Keys type vibe, right? Classic rock. From the first note to the very last note, you know exactly what type of song it is. It's energetic. It's hard charging. It doesn't try to do anything other than stay within its zone. So if somebody is looking for a song in that zone, this song is for you, which is really important. The second thing is it's constantly moving. It never really repeats itself. It builds up, it goes, and it ends. And then it has a second ending, which sort of is helpful as well. We'll get to that when we actually listen to the song bit by bit. The third thing, I think, is that it is reasonably well produced. I mean, for the time, I think it was very well done for me. I can do better now, but it's not terrible and it's not great. You'll hear songs, some of my best sellers that don't sound as good. This one sounds fine. It sounds, within the genre, which will be helpful. So now let's listen to it again, and I want you to pay attention. I'll stop it, but you'll hear the beginning, then we'll listen to the middle, and then we'll listen to the end, and then we'll listen to the fake end, or the second end. And I think having these 3 parts, or 4 parts, depending on how you want to look at it, is really helpful to the song's success. So at the beginning, fade in, drum build up. So then as we transition into the next part. So the transition includes a bass going boom and a guitar pick rate, which is too loud and over the top, but let's just listen to the transition because it's also important to have the sections and then to transition between them. So we play the full riff with everything in there only twice. Another thing is that the guitar fades in and the drums fade in with an actual build-up as opposed to just coming out of nowhere. Tambourine kicks in. Ending drum fill. So we have a hit ending, some of the chords end, right? Some of them are just ringing out. And we just sort of have like a noodling riff, not even a solo, just sort of like, and then everything comes back together for the second ending. So you can imagine that ending where like you're listening, like, let me do a voiceover for this, and I think this will show why this song is useful. Like, we'll pretend I'm selling, or I'll do like the old intro to my channel. Welcome to Stock Music Musician, your home for all the best news and tips on recording and licensing your music. And now your host, Evan Oxford. Take it away, Evan. And then, so it's sort of like something you can fade out, right? One voice can fade in, and then it would be like, well, hi, welcome to my channel. So that's sort of the benefit of this definitive ending, and then a second definitive ending on top of it. So those, I think, are all the things that it's doing really well. I want to talk about a couple of things I don't think it does well. I mean, I could mix and master it and record it better, but it was good enough for the time. It's good enough for licensing. That's thing A. Like, this is fine. This is a quality. If you can do this consistently, you'll be good to go. The first thing I want to say is actually that the standard length for these types of things should be 30 seconds. This song is like 24 seconds. So I probably shot myself in the foot and missed out on opportunities to license this song because it's just a little too short, and most standard sort of video work is in 15-second increments. So this song doesn't fit in there. I didn't know that at the time. I was just trying to make something short. So piece of advice there would be to go for those increments. Another thing, and I talk about this a lot in the course, so go check it out down below. And that is that this song, I think where it could be better is that they, like, the best way to describe this, I guess, would be to say that maybe it moves a little too fast. I mean, it's a good thing that it moves too fast, but I think this is kind of tied to the length, is that, like, it moves forward, but I think it could probably, that middle section could be a little bit longer, and like maybe it doesn't initially have the tambourines coming in, and then the tambourines come in, so that it increases in level one more step before it ends, because you want to give people different looks. You want to give constant motion, and this song doesn't do that. I mean, it does, but I think it's maybe a little overly aggressive with that. And that's also sort of a function of it being so short. If I had known that I was going to aim for 30 seconds, then I think I probably would have been able to build in one more build-up. And I think the last thing I'll note for this is that the tambourine disappears. Not that anybody really notices, or maybe you do notice, but so that's a tambourine loop, it's a drum loop, and then I played the bass and guitars live. But I also have a real tambourine. And what I've often found successful is you do the loop, and then at the very end you just go like shh, to sort of have that like ending thing, and then pap, you gotta hit it, and you've got this tambourine. What was up with that? And there should be a tambourine hit there at the end as well. So those are my thoughts on this song. Why I think it's great for music license, why I think it could also be better. Hopefully you learned something from this. Go sign up for this course if you want to, learn how to start licensing your music. It's free, 5 days. You'll love it. If you've got any questions after watching that, just shoot me an email. Once you're on the course, you'll have my emails, and we'll be able to go from there. So I hope you have a great day. Talk to you later.